Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. How do you know if you have a good financial advisor or just a salesperson? I'm going to give you the 5 warning signs you should be looking for.
He basically told me that, if we didn't do the annuity, that he thinks the money would run out.
Warning sign, warning sign, warning sign. And you ask me, can I afford it?
I want to get some Juvederm, which is a facial filler to get rid of lines in my face.
So you want to look like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching The Suze Orman Show. Oh, the times have changed, have they not? Changed from what to what? Well, quite a while ago, a lot of you went in to financial advisors, and you did whatever they said. You never took your time, really, to do your research, to find out were they good financial advisors, were they not? And you just so wanted somebody else to take care of you that you just said, here, take care of it. And then 2008 happened, and a lot of you lost a serious sum of money. And now, should you be trusting financial advisors? Should you not? You don't know what to do. Here's what I want to tell you about financial advisors. And I've said this before, and I will say it again. If you have a great financial advisor, they seriously are worth their weight in gold. You should tell every single person you know about them. Got that? But how do you know if you have a good financial advisor? Do you know how to read your statements? Do you know how to calculate your returns? Have you even opened up your statements? Chances are maybe yes, maybe no. So rather than telling you about good financial advisors, because hopefully you have one, I want to tell you about the 5 warning signs of what might happen that will tell you that you don't have a good financial advisor, that you have actually a salesperson rather than a financial advisor. So I want you to listen up right now. First warning sign is this. You go in, you see the person, and they rush you. They say, you have to do this right now. If you don't sign by today, if you don't sign by the end of the week, this deal is going to go away. You don't have time to read anything. You go, I want to wait, and they go, all right, you can go home, but you better call me by tomorrow morning, because if you don't call me by tomorrow morning, this is going to be gone. Oh, please give me a break. There is no investment out there that you have to rush in, especially today. So if that is the deal, if somebody rushes you on any level, here's what I want you to do. I want you to really rush to get up and walk out of that person's office. Or if they happen to be in your home, I want you to rush and get them out of your home, because that is a salesperson, that is not a financial advisor. Number 2, whatever investment you may be thinking about investing your money in, there is a cost, most likely. I want your financial advisor to make it very clear with you, what is it going to cost you? Is there a commission? Is there a load? Is there a fee? I want them to be perfectly clear with you without you having to ask them, what is this going to cost you? When you go to somebody and they give you advice and they don't talk to you about money, do you think they're just doing that because they like you? Well, if they're me, maybe so. However, think about it. I'm paid to sit here. CNBC pays me. I'm making money. But from CNBC, not from you. Don't you think you should want to know who is paying your financial advisor? And most likely, it's going to be you. So what is it really going to cost you? Number 3, be very, very wary. If your financial advisor wants you to take all of your money or a lot of money and put it in one single investment, have we not learned that you have to be diversified? You have to have money here, money there, money in this, money in that. You need to spread your money everywhere. It can be in one financial institution, but within that financial institution, don't you think you should own different types of investments? You don't want to put money ever above the FDIC limits or above state guarantee fund limits with annuities or whatever it may be. You want to know that if something happens to the company that you invested in, that you're safe and sound. Yes, investments can go up and down. Not talking about the stock market here. I'm talking about banks, insurance companies, companies that could go belly up. And because they went belly up, you're affected. Does anybody remember AIG and how nervous all of you were when something happened? I don't want that to happen to you. Do you understand? Next, number 4. Here you are. You go to see a financial advisor and you're all by yourself. But the truth is, you're in a relationship. Either you're married, you have a life partner. This is money that you got that you're responsible for your parents or your children, who knows? Don't you think if other people are involved in the decision-making of this money, that they should be with you? A financial advisor should never just want to talk to you alone. When I was actually seeing clients and somebody came to see me, let's say it was a married couple, and only the husband showed up, guess what? I refused to see them unless the wife was sitting right there with him. So any advisor that just wants to see you alone, I don't know, something's wrong there, because they need to understand your emotions when it comes to money, your life partner's emotions when it comes to his or her money. They need to be aware of what your needs are and everything like that. And the 5th and probably the most important warning sign is if your financial advisor does not ask you about your needs. If you simply walk in, you tell them how much money you have, and they tell you what you should buy. They need to know, do you have credit card debt? Are you healthy? Is your job secure? Do you want to buy a home? Do you have a will? Do you have a trust? Do you need a new refrigerator? Do you need a new car? They need to know what your needs are to make sure that it makes sense that your money should be invested versus taking care of your needs. So with all that in mind, I want to go now to Kimberly, who's coming to us from Philadelphia. Kimberly went to see a financial advisor. She went to see a financial advisor because her mother received a large medical settlement, and Kimberly is the one who is in charge of this settlement. So Kimberly, tell me, how much did Mama receive?
My mother received approximately like a $2 million settlement.
All right, so she gets this $2 million. You're the one now responsible for this money and taking care of your mother. You're her power of attorney. And so you go to see a financial advisor, and tell me what happens.
He recommended that we put approximately $700,000 into an annuity to cover my mother's live-in expenses.
All right, now, let me talk to you about this for a second. $700,000 is almost 50% of her settlement. Your mother has expenses for her nurses, so she has full-time around-the-clock help now, that comes to about $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Correct?
Correct.
Your mother also has a pension, has income of about $50,000 a year. Is that also correct?
Right.
Right now, when this financial advisor said he or she, was it a he or she? He wanted you to put $700,000 into an annuity. What was your immediate gut reaction? How did Kimberly feel about doing that?
I wasn't completely convinced to do so. I don't know a lot about annuities, and I just thought I wanted to learn more.
All right, so natural reaction. When you asked the financial advisor to teach you about those annuities, what was the response that you got?
He didn't go into it too much, but he basically told me that, you know, if we didn't do the annuity, that he thinks the money would run out and we wouldn't be able to take care of her for possibly, you know, the rest of her life.
Stop for a second there. When he said that to you, how did that make you feel?
Well, I felt a lot of pressure. I'm like, oh, if I don't do this, then, you know, we're in trouble.
All right, everybody, I want you to notice what Kimberly just said. She felt a lot of pressure. She felt fear. Whenever you feel pressure or fear, that is an indication that that is a sales pitch to you. Because when you are investing money, especially money that is from a settlement where there was an emotional hardship, something happened. It wasn't money that just came to you because it did. Something happened that allowed you to get that money, and the happening wasn't a great thing, everybody. That is not when you want a financial advisor who's giving you more pressure and making you feel afraid. You want a financial advisor that takes his or her time with you, that makes you feel comfortable, that explains everything to you and doesn't rush you. Do you you feel that you were given a bum's rush here?
Well, I wanted to move things along fairly quickly because I was expecting a baby within a matter of weeks. So I wanted to have things taken care of. However, it was definitely faster than I anticipated.
Here is the thing. Your mother is in a situation where if she wants income from an annuity and she wants it immediately, okay, I don't have a problem with that, but not where it's $700,000, and let me tell you why. Every single state guarantees the money that's in an annuity with what's called a state guarantee fund. That fund can be anywhere from where it guarantees an annuity that's in one company for, let's say, $100,000, or maybe a little bit more. Just depends on your particular state. The problem is if you put $700,000 in one annuity, and that company happened to go belly up, and something went wrong, I am positive that your state does not guarantee all $700,000 of that annuity. Did the financial advisor happen to mention that to you?
No.
No. Next, your mother has a medical condition. Therefore, it is possible that she could get an immediate annuity based on her medical condition. It's a medical underwriting. But I personally don't think you need to put a whole lot in that annuity whatsoever, because based on her income, based on the fact that there's about $2 million that you could easily invest in safe investments being CDs, treasuries, municipal bonds that are general obligations and that are insured and AAA rated, whatever it may be, you could easily, with $2 million, be looking at $80,000 a year of income easily, probably more like $100,000. So if I were you, I would slow it down. And I know that your family members were not very happy that you came here because they thought this should all just be kept secret and why tell things and whatever.
Right.
Kimberly, you should be so proud that you're here. Because the problem in the United States of America today when it comes to money is we're not talking about it. We don't ask other opinions. We don't go to people who have nothing to gain other than to tell you what's best for you. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
And then we make serious mistakes.
Right.
So I'd like you to slow this process down. I know that this $2 million that you got scares you so much that you still have it in a check at home. You never even cashed it.
Right, not yet.
Not yet. So I want you to take that money, go to any major brokerage firm or discount brokerage firm, and simply open up a Treasury money market account, a money market that is actually, guaranteed by the U.S. Treasury, because they only buy treasuries in it, and you will deposit that money in there. It will be safe and sound. And then we're going to do this, and I'm going to help you. We're going to do this step by step. The first step is your mother currently has $6,000 of credit card debt. We're going to pay off her debt. Next step is your mother still has a mortgage on her home. We're going to pay off the mortgage on your mother's home, because she may decide in the long run she still wants to live there, even though you may think she's going to move out in a year or two. She may decide she wants to stay there. So we're going to take care of all of her bills. We're going to see what is left. We're then going to set it up with different types of diversified investments. One of them may be an immediate annuity that's medically underwritten, but it's only going to be for maybe $50,000, $100,000, or whatever the state guarantee limit is and what she needs. Does that make sense?
It does.
So we're going to diversify. We're not going to risk the money. We're not going to put it in the stock market. We're going to make it so that mom's needs are covered, income is generated, income is saved. Kimberly, you will be hearing from me. I'm going to be personally working with you to make sure that you're taken care of, your mom is taken care of, your family's taken care of. And the only reason I'm doing it is you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Girlfriend, give your mama my love. I understand that these banks, these credit card companies, they are all saying, based on the fact that people are losing their jobs, we're going to suffer. Sorry, we have to increase interest rates, increase minimum payments. Who are they punishing? They are punishing the taxpayer that was a good customer to them just like you. And later, been wanting something? Asked me, can I afford it?
I'd like to get a Yamaha Vino 125 motor scooter.
How come you want to do that?
I figured it'd be fun, plus it would also save miles on my car.
Do you see what you just did? Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Patty coming to us tonight from Florida. Where in Florida are you, Patty?
Oh, I'm in Central Florida in Haines City, just a little country town.
I'm telling you, I love Florida, my home state. Anyway, what can I do for you tonight?
Well, we've approached the age of 63, and we feel like we're drowning and can't breathe anymore. We've reached a point where almost, or more than half of our retirement was wiped out last year when everybody else's was, I guess. And now we have found that have used all of our savings that you recommend we save.
Yeah.
And we've had to we have a $40,000 home equity loan, which is manageable, but we also have about the same amount of money in credit card debt.
Yeah.
And now what we're concerned about is we have about $190,000 left in our IRA, and it's a standard IRA, not Roth. And do we pull our money from our IRA and sacrifice our retirement to pay this credit card debt, or at what point do we sacrifice our future to pay our past, I guess is my question.
You know, this is actually a really great question, and the reason is this. Have you noticed on your credit card debt, have they been raising your interest rates? Have they been lowering your credit limits? Tell me what's happening with this debt that you happen to have.
They absolutely have been raising our rates, and we've been continually getting letters that say in 30 days, or if you don't pay in 30 days, it's going to jump up to $29.9, jump up to $32.2.
And prior to you getting those letters, were you ever late on a payment?
No.
And were you a good customer of theirs prior to that?
Always.
All right, so when you started to get those letters punishing you for something that you never did wrong, you never did anything wrong up until that point, how did it make you feel towards that credit card company?
Very angry. I felt that we were paying the sins of the father.
That's right. So I want you to just think about that, because I am telling you here, I am not an advocate. I understand that these banks, these credit card companies, they are all saying, based on the fact that people are losing their jobs, we're going to suffer. Sorry, we have to increase interest rates, increase minimum payments, reduce credit limits, revoke credit cards altogether. We have to do this to protect ourselves. Oh, protect ourselves based on the fact that taxpayers' dollars went to bail them out, to do all of these things. And oh, how wonderful. Who are they punishing? They are punishing the taxpayer that was a good customer to them, just like you. And somehow I have to tell you, Patty, that just gets to me, and it should get to all of you as well. Don't you agree?
Oh, I totally agree. I just, we were with one credit card company since 1978. They cut our credit limit to $500.
I mean, what was that about? And you were never late.
No.
All right. Given that, here's the thing. No, I do not want you to take out any money from your IRA to get rid of this credit card debt. Why is that? I want you to listen to me closely and remember this. Money that happens to be in a retirement account is protected against bankruptcy. Do you get that?
Yes, thank you.
So why in the world, right, would you jeopardize your future at this point in time when we're dealing with companies that aren't quite caring about your future? They're caring about their own. Now, I'm not telling you what you should or should not do here. I am just telling you that the truth of the matter is you need that money. The law says money in retirement accounts are protected. If you take that money out of your retirement account, you're going to pay ordinary income taxes on it. Then what? So what I would be saying to you is keep doing whatever you can to earn income, to get money to come in, to pay as you can, to get rid of that credit card debt. But I do not want you to take money from a retirement account to pay it off, Patty. Michelle in Pennsylvania.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
You know what? I'm pretty fat. I have to tell you, I am seriously spunky tonight.
Okay.
I am seriously spunky. I've been going for it, so let's do it together. Go on.
Okay. My problem is my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, came to me with this idea that they would like my father, our father, who is 90 years old, to go for a reverse mortgage. And my father owns his own home, which is free and clear. It is worth, we're figuring, between $150,000 and $200,000.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. He is on pension and Social Security. He makes about $2,000 a month. And in his savings, on and off, he doesn't have much. He has about $1,000. Sometimes he'll put some in and have a little bit more. Then he'll take some out to pay some bills if he has an extra bill, and then he'll put more in. And it's basically...
And why is it that your sister and her husband wants Daddy to do this?
My sister said to me that she felt he could live more comfortably, that in her idea that in case he would have any health issues and he would need in-home nursing care, he could use that for it, or if his roof went on his house, that he could replace it, use that money to
That is true, but don't you think you should wait until something like that happens to take one out? Or does she just want to set it up now so that in case, because there's all different ways to do a reverse mortgage. You can do a reverse mortgage where you actually, or Daddy would actually get monthly income every single month based on his age, the equity in his house, his health, all of those things. Or you could set up a reverse mortgage where he gets a lump sum of money. Or you can set up a reverse mortgage where you have like a checking account so that it's just there in case of an emergency where he could write a check. Did she have an idea of what kind of reverse mortgage she was going to want to set up for him?
My guess, she didn't really go into the details because honestly, my first reaction was, no, he doesn't need this. He's living comfortably from, pay to pay. So my guess is the monthly payment that he would get with the reverse mortgage.
All right. So here's what I would do. I would start shopping for reverse mortgages right now. Just see what's out there. Number one. Number two, I maybe would set up a reverse mortgage, but I would do it not where income started to come in, because once it starts, it's there. I would set it up that in case of an emergency, that's when you can decide how do you want to use it, just so it's ready to go if he ever needs it. But if he does not need it, you are not to touch it and you are not to do it. Remember, reverse mortgages come with upfront fees. Those fees are still incredibly, if you ask me, expensive. As time goes on, I think those fees will get less and less because more people will be needing to do reverse mortgages as time goes on. So something, though, you might want to look into and just have it set up in case Daddy needs it. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I would like to buy the Hamptons 10th Anniversary Edition Coach bag.
Are you sure this is a purse you want to spend almost $400 on? Also, a Can I Afford It callback. Jay wanted to buy a $5,200 Indiana Jones pinball machine. That's exactly what we need in a recession.
But I have to say, it surprised me when you denied me because I thought I was in a pretty good financial situation.
What do you want to buy?
A swim club membership.
A modified facelift. A breast cancer awareness gumball machine.
Oh, yes, the Can I Afford It segment. My favorite, your favorite, the world's favorite. This is where you call in, you tell me what it is you want to buy, and I tell you if you can afford it or not. Now, let's not waste any time. Ready? Let's start right here. Mark, what do you want to buy?
Hey, Susie, love your show. I'm thinking ahead to next summer, and I want to get a swim club membership for my family. I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old, and this particular swim club has just 3 outstanding baby pools, and my 2-year-old just loves swimming, so I really think it would be a nice thing to have in advance going into next summer.
I just have to say $619 for a summer, that seems totally reasonable to me. I also just have to say to everybody, I've been looking at your paperwork. Harlem Globetrotters you work with?
I do. Yes, I do.
I love them. Years ago, when I was a little kid, and they were really famous on TV and everything, every time they were on, I would go, Daddy, Daddy, please let me watch them. Oh my God. And then we take the ball and they would go through their legs. And I used to love them. Anyway, boyfriend, show me the money.
Okay, my wife and I earned a combined $5,228 a month.
Great, yes.
You've got a 30-year fixed mortgage, $200,000. It's a little under 5%.
Good, great.
We have a little less than $10,000 on the car loan, no interest on it.
Great.
$90,000 in savings, and then $96,000 in retirement.
You know what? At the age of 31, seems to me you are doing great, don't you think?
I think so.
So, are you ready for this one?
I am.
All right, you have been denied, and let me tell you why you have been denied. And you can question me on this one. I went through your finances, and when you look at your monthly expenditures, even though you don't currently have any credit card debt, all those things are true. The problem is you are spending $600 more per month than you are actually bringing in. So maybe you're taking from your savings a little. I don't know what's happening there, but I can't let you spend $600 for a swim membership when you are literally racking up $6,000 a year of spending more than what you're bringing in, and anything can happen to these jobs at any time. So given that, like I said, you have been denied. You straighten that up and you can go swimming. Rebecca, what do you want to buy?
I want to get some Juvederm, which is a facial filler to get rid of lines on my face.
So you want to look like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See how I look, everybody? That's what you want to look like. I don't know, but it's okay. So you sure you're not, this is something you want to do?
Well, I can't afford a facelift, so this is just about, next best thing.
Got it. All right. Girlfriend, $1,100. Show me the money.
Okay. We have $69.37 a month combined.
Income, yep.
$93,000 left on a 6.5% mortgage.
All right, that's good.
$22,000 in savings and $186,000 in retirement.
$22,000 in savings. You're 61 years of age. Come on. Is there any more money anywhere? You have any money investments, anything?
Yes, we have $225,000 in investments.
All right, so you have $225,000 investments. We have a retirement account. We have a little bit in savings. Your expenses aren't very high, yes?
Right.
But you're 61 years of age, and you're asking me to let you spend $1,100 so you can look like this.
Yes.
All right, fine. Here's the bottom line. I hope you love me for this.
I was going to pay for it by substitute teaching periodically to put the money back into the savings.
I know you were, but here's the bottom line. Are you ready? Sit down for this one.
Okay.
All right, I know. You have been approved.
Oh, thank you,
And you were approved before you even told me you were going to be substitute teaching, because the truth of the matter is your lifestyle is one. I've looked at your expenses with the $200,000 in investments that you can afford $1,100 so that you can look like this. Okay, no problem. Danielle, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'm such a big fan. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, my love. Tell me what's up. What do you want?
I'd like to get a Yamaha Vino 125 motor scooter.
So you want to spend $1,500 to scoot around town. How come you want to do that?
I figured it'd be fun. Plus, it would also save miles on my car.
Do you see what you just did? Do you see what you just did? You said it would be fun, then it would save miles on your car. You did not say, when I said to you, why do you want to do this? You did not say, Susie, I need to save gas. I need to save miles on my car. My car is old. You said because it would be fun. You show me the money and you better have it. Do you hear me?
I hope so.
Go on.
My take-home pay is about $4,700 a month.
Great.
I have $203,000 on a 30-year fixed home loan at 4.875.
All right, so that's not so bad.
I have $19,000 in savings.
Yep.
$38,000 in retirement and a 403B.
Yep.
And then I have about $42,000 in other investments.
In other investments in the bank as well that are growing and whatever, and you're 37 years of age. And so you have this mortgage, you have monthly expenses, and let me just put it to you this way, you have been denied, and the reason that you are denied is I know. Do it for me again, say it. Yeah. The reason that you have been denied, my love, is you don't have enough money in emergency funds. I can't look at investments as emergency funds. The market is down, the market's up, it's all over the place. We have to let that money grow for you in emergency funds, which is where this would be coming from. You don't have it. You're short already. So it's simple. Denied. How's that sound? Is that fun? Fun, fun. All right, Lynn, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'm not going to try to butter you up because I know it doesn't work. I would like to buy a breast cancer awareness gumball machine.
So for $129, obviously this is a charity event. You buy this and the $129 goes to the breast charity, correct?
Well, 10% of the purchase price goes to the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
And would you rather not just give them all $129 versus $12.90?
Well, it would be kind of nice. But the reason I wanted this gumball machine is because my grandparents always kept one in their home filled with M&Ms. And it's just one of those warm, fuzzy childhood memories that I have.
All right, so they kept a pink gumball machine in their home that was filled with M&Ms, and you just want to recall them, correct?
No, they kept a regular gumball machine.
All right, but so this one you just...
But in shopping for a gumball machine, I found this one, and I thought it was really appropriate because my grandmother had battled breast cancer.
I got it. That's the reason. Show me the money, girlfriend.
Okay, we take home about $9,875 per month.
Yep.
We have a $380K 15-year fixed mortgage at 4.75%.
Yeah. Have all of you noticed the more money you make, the bigger mortgage you have? Like, why can't you make a lot of money and have a small mortgage? All right, that's besides the point. Keep going.
We have about $60K in savings.
Yep.
And about $80K in retirement.
You're 35 years of age. How are you going to pay for this?
Just right out of take-home pay.
All right. Approved. Love the reason, love the rationale, and love that you have been financially responsible. Christy, what do you want to buy?
Hi, I would like to buy the Hamptons 10th Anniversary Edition Coach bag.
So you want a purse for $390.
Yes.
You like this purse?
I love this
I'm looking at a picture of it. No offense, but it's, well, I won't go there. It's like, are you sure this is a purse you want to spend almost $400 on?
Yes, I love it.
All right, well, that's all that matters here. Show me the money. You better be in the bag. Get it? In the bag. Anyway, all right, fine. All right, show me the money, sweetheart.
Okay, my take-home pay is $25.60 a month.
Yep.
I live rent-free with my boyfriend.
Love that.
I have a small credit card debt of $736.
Denied. And let me tell you why you're denied. First of all, you have credit card debt. Second, you're living with a boyfriend rent-free. We know how it goes. Boyfriends come, boyfriends go, girlfriends come, girlfriends go. You move in, you move out. If you move out, how are you going to pay for it? Are you kidding me? And I don't even like the bag that much. You are denied. All right, everybody, want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? Really, I'm not judging you on what you're buying. I'm really just judging you on if you can afford it or not. So to be part of the Can I Afford It segment, go to my website, SuzieOrman.com, and you will find the information you need to know there to let me either approve or deny you right here. This is the Can I Afford It callback. This is where I call back somebody who is on the show to see if they followed my advice or not. All of you may remember Jay. Jay wanted to buy a $5,200 Indiana Jones pinball machine. Take a look at our callback flashback.
My kids just love all things Indiana Jones, and I've been a fan of pinball machines since I was their age. So I thought I'd combine the two and get an authentic, full-size Indiana Jones pinball machine.
That's exactly what we need in a recession, is an authentic Indiana Jones pinball machine, right?
Well, it's probably more for me than my kids. But,
thank you. So you're approximately 40 years of age. You have $700,000 in mortgages, things like that. You have all these expenses, so you don't have enough in an emergency fund. And I know you're going to tell me that you're going to pay for this out of cash. Once again, you are denied. All right, Jay, I cannot wait to hear what you did, recession one with $5,200 for Indiana Jones pinball machine. Well?
I ended up not getting the pinball machine. But I have to say, it surprised me when you denied me because I thought I was in a pretty good financial situation. But when you did deny me, and you did it so quickly, it was something of a wake-up call that we could do a lot better.
So, all right, so you're on the show. You ask me. I deny you. You go home or wherever you are. I guess you're from home. You're calling me, whatever it is. You sit down. You look at your finances because it's like, why is Suze Orman denying you? And what did you yourself, Jay, come up with?
Well, first off, we looked at where we are. And both my wife and I were working professionals, good job security, great income, no credit card debt. Good equity in the house. We're saving for retirement, kids' college education. So figuring what's a pinball machine, what's $5,000? Well, we figured out that we're spending a lot of money in areas that we shouldn't be. We figured out ways to save a lot of money with minor steps that would result in, serious savings, and that's what we did.
It's so funny. Sometimes, Jay, people go, what's the difference of $5,000 here, $5,000 there? $5,000 invested over a 20, 30, 40-year period of time can become a serious sum of money. And so it's the 1,000 here, the 250 here, the 5,000 there that really makes the difference later on in life. I got news for you. If you had called me and you were a lot older and you had whatever and time really wasn't on your side, maybe I would have said okay. But when you're young, I project out what $5,000 could become, and there's only one way to win the financial game, and that's to deny you from making silly purchases. Maybe one day you'll call in and I'll be able to approve you, but until then, you made the right move. Up next.
I want to know what the best way is to pass along an inheritance to my mother.
I just have to ask, Mommy and Daddy were divorced?
Yes, they were,
Okay.
A few years ago, a number of years ago.
You forgot that little detail, Jason, but that's okay. I somehow picked it up. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. Jason, hey, boyfriend.
Hey, good evening, Susie. How are you doing?
Fabulous, my dear. What's up?
Hey, great. Thanks for taking my call. In general, I want to know what the best way is to pass along an inheritance to my mother. My father recently passed away, and my brother and I inherited his estate that's approximately worth $500,000.
And I just have to ask, Mommy and Daddy were divorced?
Yes, they were,
Okay.
A few years ago, a number of years ago.
You forgot that little detail, Jason, but that's okay. I somehow picked it up from you. Okay.
Okay, great.
All right.
My wife and I are in good financial health, and we decided that we want to pass our half on to my mom. She started a career later in life after she raised my brother and I, and we want to make sure that she's well taken care of. And so we're looking to find out the best way to do that.
You are so sweet. I have to tell you, it's very simple. You would just give her, up to you, you can give her $250,000 in one lump sum right now.
Okay.
If you did so, you would then take that essentially that $250,000 minus what you could give away every year to your mother, so between you and your wife and whatever, but about $250,000 off your unified credit. So when you die, if you have more than the estate limit to pass down to your children, the $250,000 is going to be minused from that.
Okay.
But that's okay. The other thing you could have done is when you were getting this gift, you could have just said, nope, I don't want it, give it here. And it could have passed directly to Mother without it going through your estate at all. Have you already taken possession of this money?
A part of it. I mean, we have a home that we're attempting to sell off, and a number of financial accounts that we're eventually in the process of liquidating. So that's the larger amount, in total. But yeah, there's some things that have come to us already, and there's still plenty of things that are still on the way. So.
That are on the way, that are still in your father's name.
Yes.
Those things, you might want to work with your trust lawyer or your estate lawyer to say you don't want those things. You want those things to pass directly to your mother, so it doesn't pass through your estate whatsoever, and therefore you don't have to take the unified credit for it. But either way, that's what you should do. Up next, email. You're currently 23 years of age. You divorced 2 years ago when you were 21.
That's right.
God knows how old she was when she married her first husband, and she's already remarried. What is your rush? Welcome back, everybody, as Mr. Lou enters the set from being stage manager to email reader.
That's right. It's a big job.
Yeah, so
somebody's got to do it.
Should we tell everybody what we were talking about tonight before the show started?
Sure.
You want to hear it, everybody? Do you know that Lou doesn't use washcloths?
That's what you want to talk about?
Yeah. Don't you find that a
Look,
little strange?
once I surveyed everyone, you agreed.
I
Eric
know.
agreed, or we all agreed that there was.
So here's the question to all of you. Do you use washcloths when you're in the shower, when you're in the tub? Like, why, if nobody's using them, do people even buy them? That's what I want to know.
You know what I did move to is the spongy thing, the loofah.
Loofah?
The loofah, yeah.
You loofah yourself?
Yeah, look.
Lou loofahs. Lou loofahs,
I like it 'cause of the
everybody.
name,
Oh, that's so feminine.
Is it?
I
Then
don't know.
will
I don't know
immediately-
many men that loofah.
I will immediately stop.
But then I
using
don't know
them.
many men.
That's
What can I
true,
tell
too.
you about it? All right, boyfriend asked me that question.
Okay, here we go. From Ashley, 23, in Beaufort, Georgia. I have been divorced for 2 years. I was looking at my credit report, and my ex-husband's credit card is still on my credit report. I don't know if my ex is paying his bills on time, and it could prevent me and my current husband from buying a house. How can I get that taken off or get my name off the card if it's on there?
Ashley, did I hear that right? You're currently 23 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
You divorced 2 years ago when you were 21.
That's right.
God knows how old she was when she married
Right.
her first husband, and she's already remarried. What is your rush? What is your rush? Oh my God, 2 husbands and you're only 23 years of age. That's besides the point.
I'm going
That-
to guess there's not a lot to do in Beaufort, Georgia.
That was not nice.
I'm sorry.
He did not mean it, everybody. Listen, everybody from Beaufort. Oh, tweet Lou, not me. There's lots to do
That's fine.
everywhere,
All
no
right,
matter
fine.
where you are,
Yeah.
with or without a
You say
washcloth or a loofah.
Right.
But Ashley, here's the thing. You want to know what's so funny about your question? When you want a credit card to do something, like close down a credit card with your ex-husband's name on it, they're not there for you. When you want them not to do something, they do it, like close down. So what is this with these credit card companies? They're never there doing what they need to do when you need to do it. The only way you can get your ex-husband's name off your credit report is this. You have to call him. Contact him, and the two of you have to contact that credit card and close it down. The way that you close it down is that you don't owe them any more money. So if you happen to owe them money and he's paying it, chances are they're not going to close it down because you still owe them money. So you have to pay it off in full and then close it down. But you know, can you just slow it down when it comes to these husbands?
All right.
Okay, so I'll let you go home to your wife-to-be.
That's right.
We'll let all the people in Beaufort write you.
That's fine.
Right? And for me, here's what I want you to know. There's only, really, when it comes to your money, one thing that you need to know, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. So until next Saturday night, I want you to stay safe. Bye-bye.